Hey my lovelies and happy Halloween! In today's video I'm going to create this Beetlejuice design that features our Gems Now Systems colour of the week. So to see what I've used and how I did this set, please keep watching. So I am working on Ebony, my Elena hand for this set, and I'm going to use these fabulous decals from the Decal Queen. These are this year's Beetlejuice. And as always, when I'm working with decals, the first thing I'm going to do is cut out the ones I'm going to use and place them on my wet sponge that is there waiting. So I'm using the Katie Barnes form tailoring scissors. This particular pair I keep just for decal cutting. This allows me to get right close to the design, although these are full cover so they're a little bit easier, but we're just cutting right around the design and cutting them out. I'll pop them on that wet sponge, just press them down to allow them to absorb some of the water, pop them to one side and they are ready. I've used the Gem Stiletto tips in this set and I have cut them to length. I sort of measured them the length of those decals because I knew I wanted the decals to be full coverage. And the colours I'm using in this set are our colour of the week Eve, the beautiful black acrylic. I'm then using Alexi, our neon green acrylic, obviously crystal clear acrylic, and the glitter I'm using in this set has just sold out. I am so sorry. I showcased it in a live and I think we got more sales than I was expecting. It was limited edition, but it is Sandworm, I think it was Sandworm, from our limited edition Beetlejuice collection. We will have a new Halloween collection next year though. So I'm doing my thin clear base on all four nails. It's not a necessary step when you're working on a practice hand. It is on a real hand, but I just like to keep my process as much the same as possible. And then I'm going to go in with Alexi. I mean, just look at this green. She is stunning and so pigmented. And I'm going to go in with her on all four nails. Now, this is just my background colour. I am not looking for anything other than design with this colour. So I'm working a little bit wetter and I am just painting her on. With neon colours, you want to give the pots a really good shake. I recommend doing that before you take the lid off because afterwards would just be a mess and a bit of a disaster. Just to really mix up those pigments, because if they're sat for a while they can start to separate. But if when you apply them on the nail you notice there is a little bit of separation with the pigments, just give the brush a good swirl. And this is another reason why I like to work a bit wetter, because if the bead is too dry it's going to be setting and it's going to make a mess when you're swirling. And I'm just painting on. The Gems acrylics are all strength powders, but my personal preference is to use them for design and encapsulate in clear acrylic. So I'm just doing the final nail. This is super thin work, but look at the pigment of this green. It is amazing. It is chef's kiss, honestly. I'm just going back, making sure my cuticles are tidy on all four nails, making sure I haven't missed any spots, there's no patchiness. The middle and the ring finger, not the end of the world if there is, because I'm going to be popping the decals on those two nails. If you do like the look of Lexi, she's also available in gel polish and she is a very good colour match, I have to say. And both the acrylic and the gel polish are from the Taste the Rainbow collection. On to our decals now. I've done a wash of crystal clear acrylic and I'm just letting it go a little bit tacky. Then using my tweezers, I'll lift the decal off the sponge. If there is any excess water, I just tap it on my arm or my hand, slide it away from the backing, and then I placed it on. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm using the silicone end of my tweezers. One to remove the excess decal that was overhanging, but because the acrylic is still wet, it's allowing me to tear the decal slightly and giving me that rough edge, and that is what I was looking for. I was not looking for it to be perfect. I didn't need perfection in this design, which is really hard for me to say. So here I'm doing exactly the same way. So again, I'm just pushing that tool in just to tear away some of that decal to give us a rough edge. And then if I wasn't happy, I'm just going back. This also meant we're going to see a little bit of that green on those two nails. Or are we? I felt I needed to get that laugh in. Please ignore it if you needed to. Now I'm going to use our 3D brush from Gems Nail Systems. You don't see me use this very often, but this is our little Lilibet brush. And I'm going to use Eve, our colour of the week, and I'm just going to roughly go around those decals. And this is why I went with Lilibet, because I can pick up smaller beads. I want it wet because I almost want it to be see-through in places so you can still see some of that green. But I'm just roughly framing those decals. Now, I could have done a black base if I wanted to see black, but I don't want to necessarily see black. I want to see a mix of black and green. So yeah, I'm just doing this on the ring finger, and I just did a little bit on the actual Beetlejuice decal nail. Now the fun part. I wanted to create some black stripes. Now I could have encapsulated and then painted them on, but I wanted to add the glitter as well. So I'm doing this with my black acrylic and my Lilibet brush. So I'm just picking up a small bead, quite wet. I find Eve works better wet anyway. And then I am just pulling that acrylic down in a stripe. It's a messy stripe. This is what the look I was going for. I was not looking for perfection. If I was looking for perfection, I would have colour blocked it for crisp, sharp, straight lines. That's not the look I was going for. I was looking for this rough and ready stripy look. So teeny tiny amounts of that that black acrylic. It will start to spread as you put it on, so you want to start dragging as quickly as possible. I'm not worrying if I felt some of my Lexi lines were hidden, because I'm going to touch up with Lexi afterwards, but I'm just pulling down. Bits are going to be thicker than others, bits are going to be more black than others. That's the look I was going for. I just did 3 stripes. If I was doing it with paint and I had a little bit more control with a striper brush, I might have done 5, but 3 worked for here. Now I'm just doing exactly the same on the pinky. So you see, tiny amount, probably a little bit too tiny in that case, but a little amount, and then I'm just dragging it down. It's going to start to fade out and lose the pigment, but that's fine. We can go back a little way, add a little bit more pigment. Then I'm just pulling it down, adding a little bit more where I wasn't happy, and I'm just going to do one more on this nail, and then my Beetlejuice stripes are done. As I said, I did go back in between and add a little bit more Lexi where I felt maybe I'd lost some of the thickness, where I'd sort of messed up the beads, mainly this one. This stripe didn't quite go to plan, and I ended up with more acrylic than I wanted, and I tried to tidy it up and I made it worse. So I just went back like here, right there. See, I didn't want that messy bit there. I did go back in with a little touch of Lexi in between the lines just to tidy up where I needed to. Oh, and I did keep it in, but here you go. I kept some of it in. So just to tidy up. But again, I wasn't looking for straight lines, so it didn't need to be spot on, banging perfect. And to be honest, towards the cuticle of these 2 nails, it didn't matter because I'm going to be adding the glitter for a little bit of a glitter ombre. But you know what I'm like. Even when things need to be a little bit rough and ready, I aim for perfection. I can't help it. I'm sorry. It's just the way I am. You're not going to change me. So you just come to expect it in my videos. Faffing to make it perfection. Often faffing doesn't make perfection, it just leads to more faffing because you mess up. But anyway, there's my Beetlejuice stripes. I really loved how these turned out, and you could leave them as they are, but this is me and we need glitter because I am the glitter queen. I'm the swatch queen too, but I am the glitter queen. So it wouldn't be a Helen design if there wasn't glitter. So I'm going into this. I absolutely love this glitter. I'm heartbroken that it's sold out because I probably would have got another one. But this has got black and white matte dots and sort of some goldy greeny toned iridescent. It's a really fun mix. So I'm just placing it, packing it in at the cuticle, and then I'm just pulling little glitter pieces down the nail. I worked hard on those stripes. I don't want to cover lots of them, but I just wanted to make it look sort of a bit marked, a bit dirty in places. And then exactly the same on the pinky. So really pack it in around the cuticle. So nice wet bead of clear acrylic into the glitter. and then I can start adding more and pulling it down. I felt I had too much white of the big white, or too many of the white dot glitters, so you know, I did some chopping and changing, wiped them on my towel to get rid of them, and then basically it was just playing until I was happy with the placement. And for that, I'm using the tip of my brush just to pull those glitter pieces down and around. And now I'm happy. Here is the acrylic design all laid down, and I'm really liking how this is looking. But now we need to encapsulate in clear acrylic, build up our strength, our structure, our apex, make sure all of that design is fully encapsulated so I don't file it away, and then I will file it. So, trying out some more fancy transitions. This one I didn't feel was anywhere near as good as last week's one. But anyway, here is the file freshly set. The set freshly filed. I did use my 80 Barnes e-file and e-file bits plus my Gems hand file for that. That is my filing routine. We're going to give them a good wipe over, get rid of any dust, fluff, any bits we don't want in the finished design. And this design did not need anything else. There was plenty going on, and I felt anything else would ruin it. But if you like a little bit of bling, you could add some crystals. If you wanted to add some hand painting, you could add some hand painting. Honestly, it's up to you, or it's up to your client. But for me, this design was done, except we need a top coat. So out comes Tina Top, the best top coat. She is simply the best. I need to work on my editing a bit and see if I can add in some sort of sound effects and things, because every time I bring out Tina Top, I feel it needs to go simply the best. I don't know. Up my game. Come on, Helen. Getting complacent. Same old, up your game. Anyway, Tina Top is doing her thing. She is making these super, super shiny. She is waking them up. She's going to leave them with the best finish. Tina Top, absolute best top coat. If you've not used it, try it. And don't forget, I have a discount code for gemsnailsystems.com. That is going to go in the lamp. And here is my Beetlejuice Halloween set. Done. Just in time for, I nearly said Valentine's Day. Just in time for Halloween. So thanks for joining me for this video. It's been nice getting back into doing some longer formats. I'm doing a lot of shorts over on TikTok, I said in last week's video, but I'm trying to remember to upload them over here. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any requests, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button. I will link all the products I have used, apart from the glitters, in the description box. And don't forget, anything at Gems Nail Systems, you can use my discount code Helen5 for 5% off, although that only works on full priced products. Eve, our colour of the week, is on offer for just £5 until Sunday night, late Sunday night. So if you need a good black acrylic, I highly recommend her. Head over to Gems Nail Systems. The link is in the description box, and grab your pot. That is it. I am done for this video. I hope you have a fabulous Halloween night, whatever you are doing. At the moment, I haven't got any designs filmed for next week. Naughty Helen. But I will work on one or two over the weekend, so I bring something to the table. And I've got lots of plans ready for Christmas nails, because Christmas is my thing. And I'm so excited to decorate my nail room for the first year. So I might do some videos of that, because I'm Christmas obsessed. So I can't wait to start my Christmassy designs with you. If you don't already, please go and follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. I have a lot more content over there. Same name, Cinderhelly Nails. But that is it. I have waffled on for an entire video, so I'm going to head off. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Mwah.